What is going on, everyone? MikeO back. Happy New Year. First mail day of 2023. First video of 2023. Looking forward to hopefully another fun and interesting year in the hobby. There's always stuff to look forward to. There's always things to pick up. There's always things in your collection to enjoy. There's always new twists and turns and interesting developments in the hobby. And there's just such a huge community of people to follow and to interact with and to have fun with. So definitely looking forward to 2023, reflecting on 2022, ups and downs, hobby-wise. That's the way it's going to be every year. Some years have more highs. Some have more difficulties associated with them. Anyway, let's get into some of these recent pickups. Not a ton of cards here, but some interesting stuff, some brand new stuff that just came out, and some stuff that's been out for a very long time and definitely defined as kind of oddball pickups. Last video, I showed off a Chase Anderson Sapphire card, which was sent to me by mistake by an eBay seller. Did contact him, and he was really quick to respond and got the Zach Wheeler out in the mail instantly, and it really came very quickly. Zach Wheeler has had a really nice run with the Phillies. Obviously, collectability-wise, in terms of the hobby, doesn't get a lot of attention, which is great because if you really enjoy the player and you like picking up his cards, you can pick them up at really, really good prices. Next pickup. This one was actually mailed in a one-touch, totally unnecessary, but I'll take it. I mean, one-touches, I don't even know. I haven't followed one-touches, how much they cost now, but considering the cost of penny sleeves, top loaders, semi-rigids, I assume these are up a lot as well. Anyway, this is the Bryson Stott super short print from 2022 Topps Update. So this one will be coming out of the one touch and going into the Phillies all-time Ultimate Topps team set binder. That image is from the first series of 2022 where the Phillies played the Oakland Athletics. Definitely all in on the upcoming 2023 baseball season. Of course, I'm paying attention to football and enjoying that. But, I guess it's just the afterglow of that Phillies playoff run. But I've actually been watching old games, whether they're things from the most recent run or stuff from my childhood 20, 30 years ago. It's been really fun. I've been watching some of the video yearbooks and such and some other baseball stuff. So I'm all in on the upcoming baseball season. Super excited. Certainly not wishing away time, but definitely excited for the upcoming baseball season as well. So should be fun for sure. All right, here's a few things that popped in. These are Topps Now. This one's serial number to 49. This is a game used base from NLCS Game 4. Topps Now did a bunch of these different relic things, and some were really difficult to get. They were selling out very quickly. They did some autograph stuff as well. Anyway, this one is from big comeback win in Game 4, which was pretty fun. For sure, Phils took a commanding 3-1 lead after that one. And then in Game 5, they ended up winning the pennant, and this one's extra special because I was at this game, so it's super cool. Game-used base. Got the team photo there with them all celebrating after winning that serial number to 49, where they advanced to their first World Series since 2009. So pretty cool. The other one I have that I'm waiting on, and it will be a long wait, is also from Game 5, autographed Bryce Harper Topps Now from his go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Such a sweet-looking card. Can't wait to have that one in the collection, but that is going to be a long, long wait. No expectations of it coming anytime soon. Honestly, if I had to guess, it might be a calendar year from now. Obviously, the card had to be produced. Phillies were in the postseason. They were in the World Series. The World Series ended. I'm going to go out on a limb and say between the World Series ending and Bryce Harper having Tommy John surgery, he probably didn't have time, nor was he looking forward to signing cards. So obviously he has to heal, he has to rehab, get back on the field, and you're going to have a rush of things going on with that. I have no expectations of him signing anything till next offseason. Then again, you never know. Perhaps he'll do some stuff during the season, but that's a card that's going to be super sweet when it does come in. All right, next pickup. This is a box topper from Stadium Club. So they do the jumbo box, the jumbo cards. I think they're like 5x7, and then they do the master photos. And this is the master photo of Bryce Harper. So cool little box topper. These types of things can be kind of hard to find, honestly. Like they're not expensive, but a lot of people just get them and they toss them to the side. They don't want to deal with them. They don't want to deal with shipping them and such. So over time, they seem to become more and more difficult to find. So if you're looking for them, any specific players, I would say try and grab them around the time of the release of the product. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people who do move them and list them, but a lot of people, I think, just toss them to the side and they pile up, and then maybe at some point they just dump them all at a card show cheap, or they just could care less and trash them all together. I don't know, but they do get tougher to find. All right, here's a couple of Hall of Fame Perez Steel postcards. Pretty sure I have these, but picked these up at a cheap price in a group lot. Grover Alexander, 1980. So super cool there. Also, in terms of, picking up Phillies stuff and kind of watching old videos, I've been really into like some of the historical figures as well. This is Ed Delahanty, all-time Phillies great. All-time player, Hall of Famer, was awesome. But his cards, his limited number of cards he has are pretty much unaffordable to most. So you look for some alternatives like the Perez Steel, some cool artwork. So very cool. Interesting guy to read up on some of him. All right, and then these are kind of the oddball pickups. These are pretty cool. This is from 1915 Spalding Baseball Magazine. Might be 16, or came out late in 1915. But to the left, you have an image of Pat Moran, who was the manager, a former player as well, but was the manager of the 1915 Phillies, who were the first pennant winners in franchise history. He's there with the Red Sox manager. And then to the right, you have Ernest Shore and Grover Cleveland Alexander shaking hands before the first game of the 1915 World Series. Phillies, I believe, won game 1 and then went on to lose 4 straight after that. But pretty cool. Here's like a partial summary of the game. It cuts off and I'm sure went on the next page. But these are just kind of neat little things you can find time to time. And, again, Grover Cleveland Alexander playing day cards can be very, very pricey. And it's sometimes cool to find some of these different items. And then these next two are from 1921-22 Spalding, group of Philadelphia Nationals, aka the Phillies. And it's just an image of 6 players. Let's see, the back has some reading material. And it's just, from a magazine book, someone took it out at some point and picked this up because there's a lot of interesting Phillies here. Some guys I have cards of, like I have a Lee Meadows card, I have a Wright Stone card, Eparixi, he's a Hall of Famer. I do have a card of him as a Philly. But someone they never made a card of, or at least not that I know of, is number 6 here, and that is Casey Stengel, Hall of Famer. Not necessarily a Hall of Fame player. He only played for like a year and a half with the Phillies, and then he was traded away. And played pretty well in his full year in Philadelphia, but he did go on to become a Hall of Fame manager, most notably for the New York Yankees, where he won a number of world championships. So, thought that was a cool find and a nice addition to the collection. And then got this with it as well. again with a group of Phillies legends, including Cravath, who was the manager, I guess, at this time. He was a member of that 1915 Phillies team, was a guy who was like a 6 or 7 time home run champ. You have also got Cy Williams on it, another Phillies power hitter who won a number of home run titles. So, pretty cool. And just love the cool old school images. So that is it for the first group of pickups in 2023, or at least to arrive in 2023. And, definitely looking forward to continuing to enjoy the hobby. I don't know that I'll make a specific video recapping 2022 or looking forward to 2023, but I will say I don't know that I have specific goals for 2023. Just want to make sure, as always, they take time to enjoy what I have, take time to interact in the community. Certainly look forward to things like the National and the Philly shows, and even the smaller local card shows, just to interact with different people in the community and in the hobby in general, and to have fun, have enjoyment. Specific pickups, I'm just always looking to add cool stuff to the Phillies collection. Sometimes it can become difficult, but there's a lot out there and there's a lot to discover. So I think that'll continue to be the number one focus. Of course, I love picking up some of the vintage Hall of Famers as well. And I like a lot of the new products and picking up some of my favorite players in that as well. And something I guess I would love to do, and I don't know that it's a goal, but it's not something I necessarily expect to do, but I would love to document the collection. And, I guess that's something that I would recommend people who are early in the process of collecting to do early on, because at a certain point it does become out of control, and it's something that can be such a project that you could probably take like 2 months to do it. But I would like to start to do that, maybe even with maybe starting off with just the Phillies portion of the collection, maybe start off with the slab stuff, something like that. It would be quite the undertaking, but probably pretty important, something that would be beneficial to do, just to kind of have documentation of what you have, what you have, and, in the event that you need that information. Anyway, that is it. Those are some final thoughts. I think overall the hobby's in a fairly healthy place. Some people come, some people go. That's going to happen all the time. Economically, I don't know. There's definitely some uncertainty in terms of that, but I think the popularity with the hobby is still there, and I think people want to collect and enjoy collecting, and I think we are getting a little bit back to the sense of collecting and away from as much of the investing, because I think certainly if you're collecting stuff, you want your collection to have value, in terms of you don't want to spend a bunch of money on certain things and then have them not have any value at all, but that's not necessarily your primary focus. I think that's the way a lot of people are getting back to, and the people who are all just completely financially motivated are slowly thinning out. Not that that's not always going to be there, and not that there's even necessarily anything wrong with that, but the people who are in it just for the attention and just for the easy money are certainly fading away at a somewhat accelerated rate. And that's just something I've observed to a degree. But I hope to see more hobby-related videos, more collection-related videos. I'm happy to see what you're collecting, what you're picking up, and what you're passionate about. A little less interested in what you don't care about, but might be a great buy. But that's just me. Anyway, appreciate you guys listening. Looking forward to the remainder of this year. Let me know what you guys think, what you're looking forward to, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.